This is probably the quintessential song to fit someone who is lost in life. Whether they're lonely, depressed, suicidal, whatever the case may be, it just fits so well to this music. There are many songs like this that resonate with this type of person, as well as many terms to describe them, but the most prominent would most certainly be the doomer. If you've been on the internet for even a short amount of time, you've probably seen videos, images, and memes about the doomer. Maybe you've even related to the memes and thought to yourself, wow, that's literally me. Well, today we're going to dive into what a doomer is and why they became who they are, from internal factors to external as well. Doomers are more complex than most think at first glance. The doomer subculture emerged online in the late 2010s and gained popularity among certain groups of young people. The term doomer refers to an individual who possesses a pessimistic outlook on life, often characterized by a sense of existential despair, nihilism, and a belief in an impending societal collapse. Doomer culture is rooted in a general disillusionment with the modern world, a skepticism towards mainstream institutions and values, and a feeling of alienation. Doomers are typically depicted as disenfranchised individuals who are overwhelmed by the problems of society, such as climate change, economic inequality, political corruption, and the erosion of personal connections. They often express their feelings through various forms of media, including memes, music, and art, which, from the viewpoint of others at times, can seem dark, introspective, and nihilistic. The subculture gained popularity through online communities and platforms, particularly on image boards, social media, and YouTube. The anonymity and interconnectedness of the internet provided a space for individuals to connect with like-minded people and share their experiences and perspectives. Memes in particular played a significant role in spreading doomer culture and its associated ideas, allowing for a sense of camaraderie and identification among its participants. The further you delve into the doomer subculture and its origins, you begin to understand why it resonates so deeply with many individuals, especially today. Now, unless you've been living under a rock for the last decade or so, it really isn't hard to understand why someone would become a doomer with everything that's been going on these days, especially in the last few years. The COVID-19 pandemic, which began in 2019 and continues to impact the world, has had a profound effect on individuals' lives. The pandemic led to widespread illness, loss of life, economic disruption, social isolation, and uncertainty about the future. The pandemic also caused a significant surge in inflation globally. Supply chains were disrupted, increased production costs, and government stimulus measures led to rising prices for goods and services. Supply and demand imbalances, fiscal policies, and changing consumer behavior contributed to the rapid inflationary pressures observed during the pandemic. I mean, just go to the store. It's pretty expensive, isn't it? It's also hard not to notice an increased awareness and severity of the climate crisis that's been plaguing the planet, causing concerns and feelings of despair for many individuals. Rising temperatures, extreme weather events, biodiversity loss, and the slow progress in implementing effective environmental policies have led to a sense of helplessness and a belief in an impending environmental catastrophe. The widening wealth gap, income inequality, inflation, and economic hardships faced by many individuals have fueled feelings of frustration and hopelessness. Perceiving systemic injustices, lack of social mobility, and the concentration of wealth in the hands of a few megacorporations or people have all contributed to the decline of people's hope for a bright future for their countries, families, and for themselves. The rising tensions on the global stage have also dealt a huge blow to many people's hopes for a brighter future. Take everything going on with Russia, China, and the US, for example. These rising tensions among these nations are shaped by a combination of geopolitical rivalries, strategic competition, ideological differences, and conflicting interests. And these are all the external factors. We haven't even touched on the many internal issues plaguing today's society, from social media to overwhelming societal expectations and a dating crisis. Constant exposure to carefully curated highlight reels on social media platforms has fostered feelings of inadequacy, comparison, and isolation. The disparity between online portrayals and real-life experiences has contributed to a sense of hopelessness and disconnection from reality. It's also easy to feel overwhelmed by society's expectations, such as career success, personal achievements, and societal milestones, which have led to a belief that meeting these expectations, especially given the current economic and societal issues, are unattainable or meaningless. And then there's the rise of online dating and dating apps, which has led to a paradox of choice, making it difficult to establish genuine connections amid an overwhelming number of options. Ghosting, breadcrumbing, and other forms of digital rejection have become prevalent, causing emotional distress for many. The pressure to present an idealized version of oneself on social media can create unrealistic expectations. Additionally, societal shifts and evolving gender dynamics have added complexities to navigating relationships. These challenges contribute to feelings of frustration, disillusionment, and a sense of loneliness and disconnect in the modern dating landscape. So from environmental crises to political tensions, economic hardships, social disconnection, it is undeniable that our world faces numerous challenges. These issues, coupled with internal struggles and existential uncertainties, can contribute to a profound sense of despair. The doomer archetype reflects a growing sentiment of hopelessness, pessimism, and disillusionment that resonates with so many amidst the complexities of our times.